Hello, everyone, and welcome to 100s of Football Sports Talk Radio. I'm your host this morning, Logan Landers. Today, I'm going to be highlighting the Clemson Tigers 2022 recruiting class led by Coach Dabo Sweeney. Be sure if you like this video, like it, comment, share, and subscribe. We go live each and every week on Facebook and YouTube. Please go check out our Instagram. We have clips of each and every show. And also, if you haven't done this already, go ahead and check out our podcast. We have daily episodes, over 600 episodes now. You can go listen to that are available anywhere you listen to podcasts, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iTunes, iHeartRadio, you name it, you can find us and you can enjoy some amazing football content. So enough chitter chatter. Let's get into it. Let's talk about these Clemson Tigers and their amazing recruiting class. Of course, I'm going to be using 24/7 Sports as my source for all these recruits, and also keep in mind that it is January the 5th, 2021. So we have not yet seen everyone come in and for Clemson and sign yet. So there will be some more added after this has been recorded. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so Clemson is currently ranked 24th in terms of their recruiting class. They're third in the ACC. They have 12 men who have signed a letter of intent, and they are, hopefully they're going to be good Tigers in the future. So they do have a lot of room to play with. They could definitely sign a lot more people. This is kind of on the lower end of recruiting, in terms of recruiting numbers. But that tells you, though, that even though they've signed only 12 men, that they are worth a lot since they are still ranked in the top 25 in terms of recruiting. So let's meet the future Clemson Tigers who have signed on. We have Jackson Smith, a punter, 6'5", 227, not ranked, but he is from Saraland High School in Saraland, Alabama. So yeah, sometimes guys might get lower ranked, might not get ranked at all, but that doesn't necessarily take away from their skill set. And hopefully, Mr. Smith can be, kicking the ball pretty far, getting some coffin punts, and looking good. We have speaking of him on special teams, joining him is the kicker Robert Gunn from Pinellas Park High School in Largo, Florida, 6'2", 165. Three-star recruit, not ranked nationally, 11th in his position, 248th in the state. So we'll see how he can do. Another kicker, you got to have some good special teams, and it's definitely a need. We have our first offensive weapon by the name of Josh Sapp from Greenville High School in Greenville, South Carolina, 6'2", 230, three-star recruit, not ranked on the national level, 81st in his position, and 18th out the state of South Carolina. So, I mean, we're going to see some guys from South Carolina wanting to play for Clemson under Coach Sweeney. How could you not? So we'll see what Josh Sapp can do. A little bit on the smaller end for a tight end, being 6'2", I would say. But we'll see how he does, if he's going to be more of a blocking tight end, more of a vertical threat. So only time will tell. We have a safety by the name of Wayne Woodis from Jesuit High School in Tampa, Florida, 6'3", 205, three-star recruit, 691st ranked nationally, 57th in the position, 99th out the state of Florida. Another football recruit coming from Florida. It's a hotbed there. They have a lot of guys coming in, and we got Mr. Woodis coming from Tampa, now going to the Clemson Tigers. Blake Miller is up next from Strongsville High School in Strongsville, Ohio. It fits him because he's 6'6", 315. A four-star recruit, 211th ranked nationally, 17th in his position, 9th in the state, is Mr. Miller. Love the size, 6'6", 315. Already is a really good build for an offensive tackle. And went to Strongsville High School, so it applies that he is strong. So we will see how he can do in the future. We have another safety on the board with Sherrod Koval from Oscar Smith High School in Chesapeake, Virginia, 6 foot even, 185, four-star recruit, 178th ranked nationally, 13th in his position, and 6th in his state. So looking good there. I like the way the size, 6 foot, 185 is pretty much prototypical for any cornerback, any safety. So we'll see how he can do in the backfield as a defensive back, as a Clemson Tiger. Going back on the offensive line, from Greenville High School in Greenville, South Carolina, 6'5", 285, Colin Sadler, four-star recruit, 135th ranked nationally, 13th in the position, 5th in his state. So another big offensive tackle. That's the second one off the board now. So they're wanting to beef up that O-line and help out the future quarterbacks, future running backs, and everyone else on the O-line. We have a wide receiver now by the name of Antonio Williams from Dutch Fork High School in Irmo, South Carolina. 6 foot 180, 134th third ranked nationally, 21st in his position, and fourth in the state, a four-star recruit, staying in South Carolina, hoping to be good for the Tigers. Because I mean, hey, Clemson produces some pretty good wide receivers, man. They are they got some good talent, and hopefully Antonio Williams and the next man by the name of Adam Randle from Myrtle Beach High School in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, who's 6'3", 215. Hopefully both of them can be a potential dynamic duo in the near future, right? Randle is a four-star recruit, 119th ranked nationally, 17th in his position, and third in his state. So another South Carolina product going not too far. Going to go help out the Tigers. All right, we have three young men left. Two of them being cornerbacks, and one being a quarterback. Always fumble those words. I don't know about y'all, but I always do. We have Toriano Pry from East St. Louis High School in East St. Louis, Illinois. A cornerback, there we go, 5'11", 185, four-star recruit. We're in the top 100 now, 77th ranked nationally, 9th in his position, 3rd in his state. Looking good there, like the size, 5'11", 185. Some people might say he's a little bit smaller, but I think that, it's about how athletic he'll be, how strong he can be as a corner. So I like him. And to kind of counteract that, saying, that even though Pride might be a little small, we have Jaden Lucas from Malden High School in Malden, South Carolina, up next. He's 6'2", 185, so a couple of inches taller. Four-star recruit, 39th ranked nationally, so now we're in the top 50. 7th in his position, 2nd in his state of South Carolina for quarterbacks. So looking good. They got number 2 and number 3 in terms of cornerbacks in South Carolina. So looking good there. Lucas and Pride are hopefully going to be locking down the corners on each end for years to come. And I can't wait to see how these young men are going to do. But it is time now for your main event, the 5-star recruit that everyone's been waiting for from Westlake High School in Austin, Texas. Quarterback, 6'2.5", 186, 5-star recruit, 18th ranked national player, 1st in his position, and 6th in his state. We have Cade Klubnik. So, man, this guy is a highly coveted prospect. We all know, Clemson has Trevor Lawrence. They in the NFL right now, they're hoping to find someone who can be on his level now in the near future. And they're hoping that Klubnik can be that guy. He's had offers from a lot of schools. Like I said, Clemson is where he signed. We also had offers from Auburn, Arkansas, Florida State, Georgia, LSU, Miami, Michigan. I mean, the list goes on and on of how many schools wanted this kid. But he chose to go with Dabo Swinney, go with the Clemson Tigers. And, if you're a Clemson fan, you got to be happy with this. It's a really talented young man. We'll see what he can do. But I expect big things from him. And overall, I think that Clemson, yes, well, they did not sign the most amount of guys yet. There's still going to be some coming in, I'm sure. But I think they did a good job with who they have. So just a breakdown here. They had 5 of these guys come from South Carolina, 2 from Florida, 1 from Alabama, 1 from Illinois, 1 from Ohio, 1 from Texas, and 1 from Virginia. In terms of position, they had 1 at quarterback, 3 receivers, 2 offensive linemen, 4 defensive backs, and 2 guys on special teams. So overall, they covered a lot of ground here with only 12 guys. I like their pickups. I can't wait to see what Klubnik and all the new corners are going to do. And I think overall, the Clemson did a solid job. I expect them to get some more guys, obviously. But for the time being, I'm happy with what they got. And if you're a fan, if you're a Clemson Tiger fanatic, put a comment here. What did you think of the recruiting class so far? What can they get more of? What can they add on to? And who's going to be the best of the litter here, right, from this picks? So, guys, thank you so much for watching here. I've been your host, Logan Landers. You've been watching the 2022 Clemson Tigers recruiting class. Be sure to go check out our podcast if you're not done so already. It's pretty simple. Just type in 100 the football. You'll see our logo right there on the 50-yard line. We have daily episodes, over 600 episodes, a lot of stuff you can go back and watch, like amazing history specials, legends interviews, draft prospects, draft profiles, recruiting specials. The list goes on and on with endless football content available anywhere podcasts are listened to. And episodes range from anywhere from about 10 to 15 minutes all the way up to about an hour, just depending on who we're talking with, what we're talking about. And it's always a good time over here with our amazing cast and crew. So please go check us out. Leave us a review if you'd ever do so kindly. Of course, we go live each and every week on Facebook and YouTube. Check out the Instagram for clips. And, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Once again, I've been your host, Logan Landers, talking about the 2022 recruiting class for the Clemson Tigers. stay tuned because we got some more great content coming up for you in just a second.